In this video, we'll take a look at depth maps with T2i adapters. Now, T2i adapters come from ArcLab, the guys over at Tencent, and they are, I think that's the applied research group, or what are they? The applied, I'm not sure. It's the guys over at Tencent, and they provide a number of adapters known as T2i adapters. So if we go and download these ones, we can find T2i adapters, and we've got two sets that we can look at. We can look at the assets, and no, these are just examples. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go and look at the models. So we've got a bunch of models. You want to go ahead and download. I haven't downloaded all of these yet. Canny, color, depth, key pose, open pose, seg, sketch. So many of these I think will be very, very familiar, including the Zoe depth, which I think is the one that we had some problems with, but which we might try to use with the T2i adapter. So you can see how it works now. It's you're linking the controller with the preprocessor to get a certain type of image, and then you're using that image to generate the final render. Now, the first thing you'll notice is just how small the files are. They're all about 310 megabytes. Very, very small. So go ahead and download a few that interest you. I would recommend the depth ones. There are some for 1.4, 1.4. There are some for 1.5. I've gone ahead and downloaded the 1.5 ones. And we go back to the models, to the T2i adapter, and we can see that we've got some models XL. So we've got sketch, open pose, canny. So these ones are much smaller, and they're actually a lot more efficient. Where do they go? Let me show you where we put them inside of Comfy UI. Shouldn't come as too much of a surprise, but here we are inside of the Comfy UI folder. We go to models, we go to ControlNet, and I've created a folder for them, and just the version, I think I've got 1.4 there, which I'm not going to make a lot of use of, but we've got Canny depth, Zoe depth, sketch. So you will know and understand these already from having seen the control nets and the control loaders that do the same thing. Let's go ahead and see how they work. So in order to get these to work, I've taken the file or the workflow for the control net, the depth control net, and we've kept the Midas depth map. So this is what it looked like pretty much at the end of the last lecture, and all that we've changed is here, the load control model, control net model. We've gone ahead and loaded the T2i adapter for the depth, Stable Diffusion 1 version 2. And you can see there it's got its own little folder, that little folder that I created, and it comes up in here. It's one of the reasons I like to have these a little bit longer, so that I can see the exact path properly when I've uploaded these to my workflow. The way it works is exactly the same as before. What I've done is I've loaded up a woman, and we've created a depth map. You can play around with the Midas depth map here to get different results in the preview image, and we can also change the strength. So let me change the strength maybe to about 8.6, 8.7. Our text is going to be enormous statue seen from above, forming an alien housing structure, ocean, photographic, sailing ships, and 512 by 512. So that's a lot to fit in, and I'm pretty certain that it's going to have some difficulty trying to fit all of that in. The thing to notice is just how fast it is. It is so fast. It is so fast. And it's actually faster than the control nets. It's faster than the control loaders. So it's actually super fast. And it's something that if you want to play around with these a lot, you may prefer experimenting to see what sort of results you get. I really like this result, and we can try another one. And you can see how nice this is because it's so controlled. It's bringing in the woman. It's also bringing in, it's bringing in the prompt, the woman, where there's a tiny shadow here, it's saying, okay, that's where the ship's going to be. So you can see just how logical it is. And I gotta admit, I think this is a really nice way of working, especially if you have a somewhat slower system. This is going to be a really powerful adaptation to working on a slower system. But even if you don't have a slower system, you may want to check these out and see how well they compare to the standard control nets and the control LoRa's. And as you can see in the web page, they have now got the XL variety ones. I haven't checked these ones yet. I think these literally came out just a few days ago. Things are changing so quickly. It's amazing how quickly things change. And with these ones, I'm really hoping they come up with more, because I really like these files. There's still 310. It's amazing. So I hope they come out with a few more. I really like the T2i adapters. The results we're getting here are fantastic. I really like the result. So that's the T2i adapters. Download those ones, use them. I think you're going to like them.